The animated series on Netflix from DreamWorks called Kipo and the Age of Wonderbeasts is utter ridiculousness and ultimate creativity. So should you be watching it? Post-apocalyptic Earth, many years in the future, where animals and plants are now much larger than normal. And the animals talk. But people, they're regular sized. Most of the humans live underground in what are called burrows, while the animals rule the roost above the ground. These animals they call mutes, short for mutants, because in addition to them being much larger than normal, they also tend to have more appendages than normal. Well, and then they talk too. Kipo is our main character and she lived in the burrows, but because of a disaster, she now finds herself on the surface, and she is on a journey to be reunited with her father. It's almost like the creators of the show just went in with a blank slate and said, what do we want to do? What do we want to make? What do we want to create? Which gives them the ultimate creativity to reimagine the world any way they want. What they present to us is very entertaining, but it's also visually stunning. I mean, there are just big, bold, bright colors, and just the landscapes and everything that they create and present to us are really beautiful to look at. Now with the mutes, we have techno bees, gangster frogs, flannel-wearing timber cats, even guitar-strumming snakes who actively discuss music theory while in pursuit of their prey. And then we have the most ferocious beast of them all, the mega bunny. It's just awesome to look at because it just has multiple legs and multiple ears, and it's the size of a house. Now this is a quirky show, and one of the things that just stood out to me are the awesome musical numbers that seem to pop out of nowhere. And they're strange and they're oddly timed sometimes, but they fit. And that's what was really surprising. It just was a great time. The musical numbers sometimes help tell the story. Other times were just there as an interlude. And sometimes was just a great addition of a soundtrack song. And I had fun the entire time, no matter what type of musical presentation was being shown. I really like in this that Kipo has a naive innocence to her. And that helps her to remedy a lot of situations that she finds her or her group in. She almost has an unawareness to social awkwardness, which is really great when you think about it, because if she doesn't know that she's supposed to be awkward or that this situation is awkward, she can just be normal and she can just be herself and she can approach it without any pretense or anything else that gets in the way a lot of the time when we have interactions. I love it because she can succeed because she's not pressured to conform to the social norms. While the series feels a little bit random at times, it does have a story that ties it all together. And you don't have to go searching for it. It's not like it's just some weird, barely there type of story. I mean, Kipo is on her trek to find her father, and she meets things and people along the way, and just as she goes on her journey, you know, there's challenges to be met and new things to overcome. But ultimately, there's also this darker tone to the story, and I kind of like because it adds just a little bit of an edge to it. Now, as an adult viewer of this, there are some over-explained villain plans. Like the villain gets on and just spells out exactly what they're going to do and what their plan is. So as an adult, we're like, yeah, okay, I get that. You didn't need to tell me that. I was getting all the inferences from what was going on. But because this is also an animated show and it's pretty family friendly, it, you know, geared towards kids, they need a little bit of that explanation. So I just kind of glossed over that. I was like, oh, okay, that's what it's for. I understand. Each episode takes us to a new land where it's ruled by a different animal species. And it's a lot of fun because what that does in each different land, it gives the creators a lot of creativity to just have fun with whatever they're presenting to us while maintaining the momentum and the tone of the series. Kipo does have this hidden trait that slowly reveals itself over time, and then it leads to a just cliffhanger climax. And I can't wait for season 2. I mean, I enjoyed this series way more than I thought it was. I mean, yes, it can be a casual watch. It's only 10 episodes. They're each under 30 minutes each. So, I mean, you know, 5 hours total. Or if you want to watch it in chunks or even one at a time and just one here, it doesn't really matter. It's great for a casual watch, but the story is intriguing enough and it's entertaining enough that I binged the whole thing. Overall, I really enjoyed just the presentation of this. The colors, the way that they reimagine the animals, the way that they form the landscapes and just paint everything. It's beautiful to look at. It's a lot of fun. And I think regardless if you're an adult or a kid, that you can have fun watching this. There's no sex, nudity, or profanity. There is some animated violence. I give Kipo and the Age of Wonderbeasts 4 out of 5 couches. So are you a fan of animated shows? What's a really good one that I should be watching? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for catching with me.